Hey guys, so I haven't done a get ready with me video in a little while, so I thought I would do one today. And when I woke up this morning, it was of course completely cloudy and rainy. I live in Oregon, so it's just kind of par for the course. Like, we had a week of like amazing weather, like far warmer than it should have been this time of year. So thank you, global warming, for that. But now we are back to our usual springtime weather, which is in the 60s and raining. So there you have it. Anyway, when I woke up this morning, I got this wild hair up my ass to do like a bronzy look, just because I'm in a summer kind of mood. And I haven't used a lot of bronze shades on myself so far this year. And I love this LORAC little black book palette that I got a couple of years ago. So I'm going to do something with that. And I busted out the NARS Laguna. So we're going to see what we can come up with. So if you are new to my channel or just started watching recently and haven't seen a lot of my videos, I will sometimes do these get ready with me vlogs where, like, they're not really meant to be tutorials, just because I don't consider myself to really have the most ideal like camera setup to do tutorials. So it's just kind of watching me get ready, and I just blabber about random stuff. And these videos are usually very long, so grab a cup of coffee. So Stella is down for her nap right now. She is still not walking. She is literally almost 15 months old now, and like, she took a step the other night between the couch and the coffee table, and I was like ecstatic. And everyone keeps telling me, like, you don't actually want her to walk, it's going to be a disaster, she's going to destroy everything. But I'm excited for her to walk, because that means that, you know, when we're out at the mall and I have to hold her because she wants to be held, and then she wants to be put down because she wants to crawl around, like, I can actually set her on the ground, and she's not going to get her hands all gross by crawling all over like the mall floor. So it's little things like that that get me excited about walking. You know, and I fully realize that it'll change things in terms of her being quicker, but I don't have a problem with that. And I'm looking forward to doing things like going for walks together, because she really doesn't enjoy walking around in the stroller. Like, it's just not her thing. She doesn't like sitting there. She likes to move. So I think it's just going to be better for her to be able to be a little bit more mobile when we are out and about. So she is teething like crazy. She just has so much saliva, and it cracks me out because she doesn't know what to do with all of it. So she just starts like kind of spitting and drooling on herself, which is lovely, especially when we're out like with other people and my kid just starts like just spitting everywhere. It cracks me up. So anyway, so that's my little Stella update for all of you who care about Stella. I am needing to call the doctor at some point this week because my eczema on my arms, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but like, it's just going crazy. There is something that is like irritating the skin on my arms, and I don't know what it is, because a lot of times I don't even put lotion on, because if I put lotion on, it just makes it worse. So I just leave it alone. You know, I've tried hydrocortisone cream. That doesn't really help. The Egyptian Magic helps with the dryness from the eczema, but it doesn't help like the little bumps go away. So, and it's definitely not hives. I had hives chronically when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, so I know what those are. But this is some kind of other reaction, and it feels like eczema, but it just looks slightly different from the way that it looked for me before. Before, it was just like a dry patch of skin, and now there's like these little bumps and redness and dryness associated with it. So I need to call the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor since my post-baby checkup when I had Stella, so it's time to go in for like an annual checkup anyway. So I need to do that, which I never look forward to. I hate going to the doctor, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it with Stella now. Hopefully I can get an appointment on a Thursday when I have childcare for her, because I can't imagine having her like in the doctor's office with me when the doctor's like trying to do the exam on me, or, you know, having a conversation with a doctor I think is going to be a nightmare with her in the room. And she's a good kid, like, but you know, like, she's a kid and she's gonna be like, oh, what's in this drawer? What's in that cabinet? Because that's kind of her latest thing, is just looking into cabinets and drawers and stuff, so see that being a disaster. So I just used my Everyday Minerals base in light. And this, by the way, is the semi-matte base. And I'm almost done with that. So I'm going to need to look through and see what the next color I have that I can use is. I ordered a bunch when they were having like, there was like a 3-pack of full-sized bases that you could purchase, and so I purchased a couple of different colors because I figured I would be darker in the summer, but unfortunately I'm actually not really tanning up all that much, and it's mostly because I'm not in the sun a lot yet, so I think I'm gonna have to maybe use my Sephora 8-Hour Wear mattifying compact foundation for a while. And this is the, I don't know if I mentioned this, the NYX blush in taupe. And pretty much almost done with this guy. And I use that to contour because it's very similar to Benefit Hoola, which is what I actually use in my professional kit to contour with. And the only reason that I have Hoola in there, because I actually like this better, the only reason that I have Hoola in there is because this does not travel well. Like, once you reach pan, like, it just starts to crumble. And I had one in my kit before, and it just made a complete mess of it. So I went back to the Benefit Hoola, which works fine. You know, it's totally fine. I just think that the NYX blush in taupe is a more natural looking contour even than the Hoola is. Okay, so I'm just going to use actually not this, I hate that brush, the Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to lightly dust some of this Laguna bronzer all over my face. I have never contoured with Laguna because it's got a little bit too much shimmer in it for me for that. I know a lot of people say that it's matte, but I don't think that it's matte. I can clearly see the shimmer in this. It's not like chunky glitter, but it's definitely there. Oh, that added just a little bit of color. Wow, I look like I've actually been in the sun. It's been a while for that. So for blush today, I'm going to go for something a little bit more pinky and rosy. So I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Happy Booster in Rose. I really actually like this blush a lot. I've been breaking out a little bit lately, and it just reminds me of being a teenager, because I didn't break out a lot, but I definitely had, you know, a bump or two on my face pretty much most of the month. And I haven't had that issue so much lately in my like late 20s and 30s. just realized yesterday, like, I'm almost halfway through my 30s. My birthday is in November, and I'm going to be 35 this year. And it seriously freaks me out that, like, I'm turning 35. How did that happen? Where did my life go? I'm just using one of the lighter colors here to add a little bit of highlight down the center of my nose. It's so weird to be so old, and I don't want to, like, oh, I'm probably going to totally, like, offend people by saying this, but, like, when I was growing up, like, 30s, like, mid-30s and, like, late 30s just seemed so, like, old to me. But now that I'm here, I'm just, like, I still feel like I should be living at home sometimes. It's weird. Totally freaks me out. Okay. So this is the part where I have to start rushing because I am taking my sweet ass time, and this video is going to be forever and a day long. I'm trying to find my, there it is. Wet n Wild Brulee. This is such a staple product for me. I love this. And I use this every day just as like an all over. Even when I'm not really doing my makeup, like if I'm just wearing like some foundation and like I color in my eyebrows and I kind of call it a day, I always use this just to even out my lid, because it's like the perfect color for me. It matches my skin tone perfectly, so it just sort of evens things out and makes me look a little bit more polished, because it takes that redness and that veining and it just kind of hides it enough to where it looks natural. And I always bring just a little bit underneath because it's brightening as well. As you can see, I don't use like concealer. I don't have like huge issues with dark circles, so that's not like a big deal to me. So I'm just going to do one eye and then finish the other eye and come back and show you guys the final product. But I'm going to go in with my little black book palette, and the color that I'm going to use all over my lid is this coppery color right here. LORAC makes like the nicest shadows. I love these eyeshadows. And coppery colors like this are fantastic for people who have blue eyes. My eyes are green, so you know, it's okay with green eyes, but for whatever reason, coppery colors just look amazing on blue eyes. So if you have blue eyes, I think you should try to find this palette. You can definitely still get it at Sephora. I still see it being sold there, and you can also get it on the LORAC website. And I believe that LORAC is sold on Hot Look at some points. So you can always keep an eye out for it there. Okay. So now that I have that all over my lid, I'm going to take a clean blending brush. Look, I have one. And I'm going to take the darker shade, well actually the darkest shade right on top of that coppery shade that I used, and I'm going to use that in my crease. And this is going to have some major fallout, but I just brushed that away. So with colors like this, I always just kind of lay them down and then go back and blend. So put it where you want it first, and then you can go back and blend everything out. And sometimes I'll even brush off a little bit of like the excess on a tissue, or I always have a towel in front of me, and then I go back and I just blend away. Oh yeah, there's fallout like crazy on my cheekbones. This is such a pretty color combination. I love it. I'm going to go next door to that darker copper shade and get just a tiny bit of that on my brush. Brush off most of the excess and then apply that just on the outer portion here. You can see that. And for me, like, I just always brush away the excess with a large, clean powder brush. I hate this brush. It's from Sigma, so the only thing it's really good for, in my eyes, is just brushing away the excess. So got rid of that and that cleaned that up. And then I'm going to take a clean shader brush, and I'm going to go in with this, the lightest color there, and I'm going to put that in the middle of my lid as a highlight. Ooh, and this is why I hate Sigma brushes. They shed like crazy. There, you can see that. Okay. And so now I need to do liner, and what I'm going to do is just take a black eyeshadow, and this is the Stiletto from the Too Faced Naked Eye Kit, and just an angled brush. And I'm going to put that really close to my lash line. I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I'm basically just trying to darken up my lash line without making it look too harsh. So I'm not using it wet, just dry and just really close to the lash line to intensify that. Then I'm actually going to go over top with the darkest brown and put that over top of the black. So it's like a blackened brown. That's the color that you end up with, which obviously goes a little bit better with the overall look than just a straight on black liner. So that's what that looks like. Then I'm going to just wipe this off on my towel in front of me, and I'm going to go in with the darker copper shade, and I'm going to use that to line my lower lash line. Then again, wipe that off and go in with the lightest shade. So you don't need a bunch of different brushes, as long as you have a towel in front of you that you can just kind of wipe the excess off on. That usually works just fine. So I'm going to work that lighter shade into the coppery shade. And then I'm going to take a clean pencil brush, and I'm going to blend all of this out a little bit. So just windshield wiper motions. Obviously be careful not to poke yourself in the eye. Okay. So now that my eye is thoroughly irritated, that's another thing I've noticed over the last few weeks is when I've been putting on my eyeshadows and stuff, like any fallout that gets in my eye just irritates the hell out of my eyes. I think I'm just becoming like an old grumpy lady. So that's what the shadow and the liner looks like, and at this point I'm going to turn the camera off, do the other eye, do my brows and my mascara. And for mascara today I'm going to use the CoverGirl Clump Crusher underneath the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. So when I come back you will see that portion finished, and we'll do the lips. So we'll see you soon. Okay, so did the other eye, did my lashes, and did my brows. On my brows, I am wearing MAC Omega. And I think I already told you what I'm wearing on my lashes. It's just a combination of the Jordana Best Lash Extreme and CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I don't really have any secrets to applying mascara. I think that if you take your time, it turns out a lot better. And if you start at like the base of your lashes and really work the mascara wand into your lashes and wiggle as you go up, that's where you get the most volume and the most length. So that's really the only secret to doing it. And, you know, obviously taking your time if you can. Okay, so on the lips today, since I have sort of a lot going on with the eyes, I just want something neutral and nude. So I'm going to use MAC Viva Glam 2, which is probably one of my favorite lipsticks of all time. It's just a nude, and I'm going to go over top of my very dry lips. Okay, and I'm going to also take a little, ew, my lips are so dry, they're like peeling. I've got like skin hanging off. So I'm going to use my Nivea Lip Butter in Caramel Cream Kiss and put some of that over top. And really work the balm into my lips. I should have actually put the lip balm on before I started doing my makeup so it had an opportunity to really sink into my lips, but hindsight is 20/20, right? Okay, so I'm going to come in close so that you guys can see the eyes. So very bronzy, very summery, very beach party appropriate. It definitely looks better on blue eyes, I will say. It doesn't look bad on green eyes. Like, I think my personal preference is just seeing bronzy, coppery colors on blue eyes. Also looks fantastic on brown eyes. So again, the LORAC little black book palette. I used all of these colors. I'll give you a close-up. Just gorgeous, shimmery, shiny, perfect for summer colors. I love this palette. So all over my lid went this color here. Just right in the center of my lid went the lightest color. The crease was the darkest color. And then over top of that was the darker copper color here. So all four, popped them on the eyes. Lots and lots of blending. I think that's where people kind of like lose or feel like they're not getting the look that they see on like a lot of YouTube videos, is that they're not taking the time to blend enough. So really, like, if you're doing a look like this, take the time to do it right. So leave yourself enough time to be able to do the blending. Just use windshield wiper motions. You don't have to like scrub, like it's light windshield wiper motions, but after a while the color just really starts to like buff and work its way into your skin, which sounds weird, but it just looks like it's more of a part of your eye versus just a shadow sitting on top of your lid or in your crease. So taking just a little bit more time really does make a huge difference. So hopefully you guys like this, and if you do have this palette, let me know if you bust it out or if you have similar colors. If you would like to post a video response below, I would love to see what you come up with, and leave any questions or comments down below, and I will go blow dry my hair and upload this video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.